You hear me, Mr. Talassi? They ain't got no picture of Freddie because I don't do Facebook, QRZ, internet, none of those things. They ain't nobody can trace anything to Freddie. And so that's what I suggest to David Talassi, to do what Freddie is telling you to do. Now, I'm not saying that the guy in South Texas, you know what caused all that. The history goes back to that, and the whole shebang. Let's take the history of this. You and I know what caused the guy in South Texas to do what he did. Let's take it back. You and I, Freddie, done a map quest. There was a fellow on 313 here, David Talassi, told Fred, do a map quest, do pre-trip on the guy in South Texas, right? I'm not going to put his name, his call sign in my lips because I don't think it deserves it. So I'm going to keep it out. It's the same as I think that those three things that I've suggested to you. I don't think that guy in South Texas deserves me to for my name, his name, and his call sign in my lips because I ain't put it in there, right? Now, here's what happened. Take the same history about 2 years ago. You and I was going to go to South Texas. We planned a trip, right? You was going to come down here to Lake City. We was going to South Texas and do this and do that. I knew a fellow in South Texas, and he said, Freddie, I'm your personal friend, I'm this and that. We won't go into that. And I'm going over to this man's house, and I'm going to do a pre-trip on you. We're going to see if this guy has got cattle. We're going to see if this guy's got a pond. We're going to see if this guy's got a beam antenna. And you know what we found? No. The answer was no and all those things. Now, David Talassi was coming to here. I was going to pick you up, bring you to my place, and take you to South Texas, right? You remember when now, right, David?
No.
And you know what happened? Hell broke loose. When that happened, you didn't show up here. Hell broke loose. And the guy in South Texas found out that I knew that he didn't have a pond. If he didn't have a pond on his premise, how would he have had cattle for 25 or 30 years? Now, David Talassi, let's take history. Take history, go back. This is the God's truth. You didn't show up. Hell broke loose. That guy in South Texas refused to get on 313. From that point on, he didn't get on 313 no more. Do you know that? And I do too. That man knew that Fred done a pre-trip, this and that, and I go into great detail. The man didn't have a pond. How's he going to have cattle?
But how does he do this if he doesn't get on the internet?
And that individual, David Talassi, never got on 14.313 no more. He said this excuse, that excuse, and on and on. David, you know I'm telling the God's truth. This is history. And so David Talassi never showed up here, set Fred. Fred had to deal with his better half over the setup deal, and you owed Fred $1,000 over the deal, right? Now, when you talk about this guy in South Texas, I don't think that he's worth me putting his name in my lips, because I think the guy is a whatever, right? Now, I don't use his call sign, right? Because I think that's what he is, right? Now, do I think he died? No. I do not think that the man died because there's no evidence to show that the man is deceased. If you go and pick up the ARRL and go into there, his call sign is still current. His name was never in the QST as being deceased. And if you can show Fred a death certificate or that kind of thing in the county in which he bleeds, I'll say, okay, he's deceased. If not, I don't believe he's deceased. W4BH and the B, Whiskey 4D.
We're going to get your pictures at Walmart or something.
Okay, Fred. Okay, Fred. Very good. WW4D. This is W4 Bravo Hotel Victor. Fred, I'd like to talk to you a little bit longer about this, but I don't know. I hope you're correct. I hope that you're correct because I love Doug Cherry. I really do. I think he's a wonderful man. I feel bad, and I feel bad if anything did happen to him. I know that he was very, very upset. He called me on the phone.
Freddie told me not to talk here, so I ain't talking.
Because of the awful things that the gentleman I'm not supposed to talk about in Pennsylvania had put on the website about the innuendos about his father-in-law. And Douglas Cherry loved his father-in-law, Fred. And like I said, he was just about crying. And I don't, I hope that you're correct. I hope you're correct. I hope that Douglas Cherry just got fed up and is a smart man and staying away. But Fred, I got to get out of here. I got some things to do. It's starting to turn into a better day here, so I want to go out with the XYO. I owe her a lot. So Freddie, it's nice talking with you. You keep the faith, my friend. You've always been a good friend to me, and you've always forgiven me. And I remember that, Fred. And you come up here, I will buy you steak and eggs. Nope, I don't want you to buy me anything. I will buy you steak and eggs. You and your better half, and me and my better half. And we'll sit down and we'll go to the Cracker Barrel. It's a nice place. And we'll have steak, we'll have eggs or whatever you want. I'll buy whatever you want, whenever you come up. Even if you want to stay overnight, you're welcome to stay overnight here in North Georgia. So, Fred, I'll say 73s to you at this point. I'll listen for your final, but then I do have to go. You take it easy, Fred, and God love you. Have a blessed day. WW4D, W4 Bravo Hotel Victor.
Yeah, okay. All right, okay, David. Well, I'm going to say this, and then we're going to close. I know that you've had problems with the guy in Michigan, but I assure you this: if you don't talk about the other three people, the one in Michigan, the one in Pennsylvania, never put his call or name in your lips, never again. The guy in South Florida, the guy, westbound guy who milked you. You know, and I do too. And if you just come on with the guy in Michigan, the same as you and I is having a conversation, I assure you, I personally believe that you can have a personal conversation with the guy in Michigan. Okay?
About what?
And I believe that. Have.
About what?
The three things that I just asked you to do. Come on, have no more conversation, and no
What kind of a conversation can you have with that?
Let